Now, in many countries, fair skin is coveted, but here in America, we seem to have an obsession with tanning. I recently saw my dermatologist, and thanks to my pale skin, I had a biopsy, which you are about to see. Biopsies like this one are an example of early detection and removal of possible skin cancers. Early detection is the best defense against all forms of skin cancer, including melanoma, carcinoma, basal cell, and squamous cell types. A monthly self-exam could save your life. So who's at risk? Blue eyes, blonde hair, fair skin, Northern European descent. That puts me at risk. High risk. I'll tell you why.
I've had many skin cancers. I've lost half of my bottom lip to squamous cell carcinoma, several pieces of my nose to basal cells, forehead. So I'm the perfect example of a very bad skin type for sun.
Now we know skin cancer is a cumulative disease that can be prevented, but what causes it?
Most skin cancers they're caused by the sun, and we live in such a sunny climate, and we know that fair-complected individuals are going to be at high risk.
Skin cancer is thought to be an old person's disease, but thanks to the obsession with tanning, younger people are developing this deadly disease. Tanning is a sign of skin damage, it's aging, and it's deadly.
I have taken skin cancers off of folks as early as 15 years old.
Tanning is a sign that your skin is trying to protect itself, but if you do that on a continual basis, that's where the accumulation and the damage starts occurring. Tanning is a great thing for dermatology, but we don't recommend it.
Most people would never dream of getting braces for fear of the pain, the cost, or they think they're too old. However, I found out those worries are unwarranted. Every day, somebody's life is changed by Dr. St. Clair, who knew he wanted to be an orthodontist since he was 12 years old. Why would anybody need an orthodontist? To straighten your teeth, right? Well, that's not the only reason.
And that it's not just about a pretty smile anymore, it improves your health.
James St. Clair is partners with his uncle John St. Clair. Dr. St. Clair has never regretted choosing to be an orthodontist.
Oh, we see rewards every day. We see people like today. I saw a woman that was a surgery case, but we were able to treat her without surgery. We saved her $30,000 to $40,000, and she almost had tears in her eyes because we were doing things that we never thought possible.
Although some people fear the pain involved or the cost, you may have unwarranted fears. Also, Dr. St. Clair says you're never too old for braces.
And saving the patient a lot of money versus going through an oral surgeon. Technology has changed everything. And so people are in braces for a shorter amount of time. The new technology is so much more gentle. It's easier to clean. There are so many advantages of doing it today, and it will only continue to get better.
Crooked teeth or a bad bite can contribute to gum and bone loss, tooth decay, even headaches. If you are interested in braces, you can receive a free consultation at Smiles by St. Clair by calling toll-free 1-800-759-6780. Again, that's 1-800-759-6780. Did your mother ever tell you not to pop your knuckles because it may cause arthritis? There's no scientific evidence that proves that. However, arthritis is the leading cause of disability in the United States. Dr. Jeshri Sinha, a local rheumatologist, explains how she came to this profession. That's in tonight's Medical Minute. According to the American Medical Association in 1980, women comprised 11.6% of the physician population, but by 2006 they accounted for 27.8% of the total physician population. However, according to an article in Arthritis and Rheumatism Journal, in the specialty of rheumatology, 30.2% of rheumatologists are women and are expected to increase to 43.6% in 2025. The demand for rheumatologists is expected to exceed supply in the coming decades.
Rheumatology is a study of joint diseases and autoimmune diseases.
Dr. Sinha came to America to pursue rheumatology from her home country of India. For Dr. Sinha, the medical field is a family affair.
I always saw my parents doing this kind of thing, and you sort of idolize your parents and you want to follow in their footsteps, and I always wanted to be a doctor.
Because her patients suffer from chronic pain, Sinha finds comfort in helping them.
It's very gratifying because you get to deal with people. I'm a people's person, and you get to deal with people on a personal level. People come to trust you.
Although female medical doctors are rare, Sinha has never felt discriminated against.
It may be because of the profession I'm in, you don't really get that kind of negative feeling.
News 3's Desiree Markham is bringing us an inside look at the preparation and hard work the students have put into the performances. Let's take a look.
The Eastern New Mexico University Department of Theater and Dance is presenting the dance concert Portals to the Soul, April 9th through the 13th. Performances are at 7 p.m. each evening with a 2 o'clock matinee on Sunday the 13th. Student choreographers, professors, and alumni have been working on the show since the auditions began in November of 2007. Dance has special meaning to the director of the show, the choreographers, and the performers.
Dance is something out of my everyday life. It means everything. Take a break from life.
It's very much an expression and a release. Like when I'm stressed out, I love to just dance.
Because it's a reflection of who we are. And our society is constantly changing so rapidly that we need art to make sure that we have a reflection.
From the political arena to the rodeo arena, I can tell you from experience, it's good to be queen. Some of you may not know that a woman is the official ambassador of county and state fairs and rodeos. I spoke with trainer Doyle Stowe, whose life has been dedicated to training horses and queens. Here in the West, rodeos are a part of everyday life. And behind every successful rodeo, there's a queen. A young woman who exhibits femininity, grace, has an exceptional personality, and outstanding horsemanship skills. And behind every successful queen, there's a trainer. Young girls out west dream of being a cowboy sweetheart, and sometimes those dreams come true when they become queen. Doyle Stowe has been training horses all his life, but the past 20 years have been dedicated to making sweethearts into queens.
I work some with people, mostly youngsters, and oddly enough, mostly girls. I've worked with several girls for the queen titles.
Stowe says his horses sometimes respond better than his girls.
You once in a while get a girl that don't listen too good, but most of the time they listen and respond very well. I've been blessed with some of the greatest, and I'm thankful for that. Some people think, well, this beautiful girl smelled like a horse, but you don't have to smell like a horse and still be able to do this. It's been my life. Ever since I can remember, I've rode horses. I look at it from a Christian standpoint, and it's been a pleasure to work with all of them.